Hello everyone, welcome to the Sunday League Championship here at URL. We are back with the Pro-Am League 1 and we are at Deep Forest Raceway. As you can see from the lovely picture on the screen, That's Life has set himself up on pole for race 1. That Newcastle Brownell car looking fabulous under the lights. I don't have the league tables up to date at the minute, which is just waiting for them. Obviously, last week, if you watched, you see that Gower had a good win race 1, and also Paulie in race 2. And as you can see, both Paulie there's qualified in second, Gower there in third. I think That's Life is in the mix in the table. Hopefully, he didn't score. I don't remember where he placed in the end, but I think he done okay last week. But with them two winning, it's definitely closed the gap up. So yeah, as we go through, see Gower there in third, Dan in fourth, Nando, good qualifying again from Nando. Needs to get these qualifyings to match into his race finishes, but doing very well. Brownie there in sixth, Method in seventh, Niggle in eighth, Hoggy ninth, Cy in 10th, Slowpoke 11th, Viking in 12th, Rossi in 13th, and Declan, nice to see Declan in 14th position. 14 runners today. I did see a couple dropped out last week, but we'll get to that. So yeah, let's get underway and see how we get on. As I said, Deep Forest Raceway. It's not a real track, so there's no corner names, so we'll just usually work by sectors, but they're off. Should be a good sprint down here. Everyone starts on level playing field, although the back end do start going uphill. We'll just watch Paulie. Little bump there on That's Life as he broke. Gower's going for the move up the inside of Paulie, trying to take advantage, which he has done. Paulie just had to back out. All going through fine. Yeah, lovely through there. Nice camera angle. So That's Life in first. Gower in second, putting him under pressure. Paulie there just behind. Dan in fourth. Nando there in fifth. With Brownie following. Slight little gap between Brownie and Method, but nothing really for the first lap. All getting their momentum's going. As you see at the back there. Slowpoke, Rossi. He's outdone on Declan. Declan's trying to go up the inside of Viking there. All gets a little bit sideways coming out of the exit, so did Rossi. So that's going to put a nice battle here between Rossi and Viking. Viking's got the inside and the momentum. Good start to this race 1. I will try and get down to see what's happening at the front. You'll see here, Rossi switched back to the inside. No, not quite enough speed. Doesn't want to risk it. So Viking there through into 12th. Great overtake from Viking. Slowpoke still there. Let's get back up. Methods there with Nando. Brownie's got himself into 5th. So he's made the overtake on Nando, possibly into that last corner. As we watch these come down to the first corner. Nando on the outside, Brownie defending well. Method's trying to take advantage, which he has done. I'll quickly switch camera. So Method's gone up into 5th, Brownie is 6th. Nando's dropped to 8th. Niggle there up into 7th. So all change on that. I will go back because that was quite good. I'll tell you what I'll do is let's go to Method and look from this angle. As you can see in there, so Nando pulls right. 2 cars staying left. Little touch, nothing major. Method then goes up the inside of Brownie. Niggle manages to get up the inside of Nando. And now back to where we were. So a couple of places changing there. Nando getting a little bit beaten up just on that corner. Hoggy in 9th, Cy in 10th. Then you've still got these boys. Viking is catching up to Slowpoke now though. Let's go back towards the front and see what's happening to this group of 4 now. Pulled away, made a nice gap. So That's Life with a half-second penalty. That's going to put him right back into the clutches of this threesome here. Gower, Paulie, Dan. All of them are free. Paulie's close, Dan's on the attack as well. Let's see what happens with That's Life. There's his penalty. He's pulled over to defend straight away. Gower's got the speed to be alongside him. Dan having a little sneaky look as well. Is the switch back on? Yes, that's life's gone slightly wide. That left the door open for Gower. A little bit of a door bashing on the way past, but nothing too crazy. That's just racing. So yeah, Gower now into first position. Can he do what he always does and get a gap and pull away? This track, you can do it, but when that's life is want his first position back, he goes for the move up the inside. Gower's well read, left the door open, but I think Gower's got the speed around the outside there. He has, so he keeps pole position. That's life second, Paulie third, Dan in fourth. As you see there, Method after that good overtake, double overtake, pushed himself up there into fifth, and he's catching his group, little coming together, put Paulie out of position, giving Dan the opportunity. He's gone up the inside of That's Life on the corner, back down, dropping down to the bridge. So again, a little shuffle. Paulie just got shuffled out off the driving line, and it cost him 2 positions there, but it's full on attack mode. But you don't want to let Gower get away, because as we've seen, he will just drive away with it. Is he the Vettel? Can he just get out in front and maintain? But it's a good battle. So these three don't want to battle too much. Still early doors as well. We go back there. Got Niggles gone for a move on Brownie. Unfortunately, Niggles gone wide. Let's quickly go back. I don't think anything's to do with touching. So Brownie had a penalty, and that is why Niggle managed to bridge that gap. So Brownie served his half-second penalty. Coming up now. Niggles full on. Sydney's gaining speed, gaining. Goes to brake. I think he just outbroke himself. Maybe couldn't see his braking marker from that inside line. And that's cost him dearly as we see all these boys go flying past. Rossi with a little bit of a squirrel out. Dan here just coming up behind. I think it's week 1 for Dan really. I'm not sure he's had much practice in this car. And it does take a little bit of practice. Trust me. So we go again. So poor old Niggle just outbroke himself. See this Nando here fighting with Sai. Hoggy just up in front in 7th. There should be a nice gap now, yeah. So Brownie will be wanting to charge back at Method. Oh, someone's off. That's Life. Where's he gone? Let's go back. I saw someone flying there. I'm sure That's Life. So Dan's catching Gower. Paulie's on the back of That's Life. Takes a nice narrow line, Paulie does. Points the corner off and points it back in. Going back up the hill. Left, little let off. Into the corner. Watch this bump. It can be annoying. Yeah, that's what's done him. The little sausage curbs there on that corner. Now he's stuck in no man's land as well. Everyone's going past him. Lucky That's Life. You can see just that little bobble in that road, it catches you out. The Lambo is not a massive fan of curbs. It does seem to struggle. So unlucky there for That's Life, but Dan's on the back of Gower now. Paulie's got a bit of free air, just to maybe stretch his legs, settle into a rhythm. He's been at it this first 4 laps, so sometimes it's nice just to get a breather, just to get your markers going again. So we'll see, and especially if Dan or Gower come together, Paulie's definitely going to have the opportunity then to attack. So that's promoted. So Method now in 4th. Brownie still on the hunt behind him in 5th. Hoggy doing very good so far. Nice race for Hoggy. He's got through the battle at the beginning. Sai there in 7th. Nando in 8th. He got a little bit beat up at the beginning, didn't he, as well? But compose himself now and get going again. So Viking 9th. Slowpoke in 10th. Rossi in 11th. Niggle there in 12th after his late braking. Declan in 13th. And unfortunately That's Life now back of the pack. He's got the speed, so we'll see if he can make some progress getting back up through this pack. I doubt that's the last of the incidences we'll see as well. This track just throw them up every now and then. Just watch Brownie just go through. I think that's what, turn 13 maybe, turn 13 along this big long tunneled straight. I think that's actually classed as a corner, which always baffles me when they do that at racetracks. The same as the two corners back up onto the start-finish line, they are actually classed as corners. It's that, as you can see, they're coming and say, "Oh, what's going on? Darren's in third. Oh, I've missed that. Too busy talking about bloody corners that aren't called corners." Right, so let's go back to here then. Sorry about that. Too busy, as I said, talking about corners that aren't corners. So if I'm flying up over the top, oh, has he done the same? He did. He done exactly the same as That's Life. He got off a little bit easier than That's Life, but just that little curbing as he come up, go left, down a gear, just a little let off. Too much over that sausage curb there, just unsettles the Lambo, skips across the grass, and then from that point then it just cannot turn. So unlucky for Dan, he's done well to keep it there. He's got no damage. So again, little crash. Just cost Dan there. But Paulie's now got his eyes set on trying to catch up to Gower. He's already setting in his lap times there, 1:27.9, 27.3, 27.9, 27.5. As we said, Paulie's had a bit of a busy start to the race. It's only this lap that he's really had any fresh air in front of him. I can't tell you any sector times. But whilst doing that, you know, Method's not a million miles away either. And I think he's dragging Brownie with him. So these front five could be closing up. Hoggy's not a million miles off. Any little, you know, second slower laps, you're going to have some of these boys right up behind them. So you've got Sai there, Nando's in 8th, Bike in 9th, Slowpoke 10th, Rossi 11th, Niggle 12th, and then at the back still Declan, and That's Life. That's Life's on the charge. He is catching his 27.9. The boys in front of him about the same. But as we've found in a lot of other leagues as well, now that they've changed, obviously we've done the TT to sort of set out what lobbies people would be in. Everyone is very close in skill-wise and lap time-wise. So you'll find that a lot of them will be lapping about the same lap times. It's mainly on consistency and maybe having a little bit of the edge. You know, there is a drop from 1st to 16th in lap times, but generally they are all very, very close. But we'll see. Maybe Gower's answering the questions of is he the new Vettel? Storming away. Paul's not giving up though. He's probably 8 tenths, 9 tenths behind, same as Dan, just behind him. And then Method, who has slightly got a gap now to Brownie. Hoggy's gaining. You go back down. I do like that camera angle when you can flick through them all. Very clever. But everyone just seems to be spread out at the minute. There was a battle here, isn't there not? Yeah, so Rossi and Niggle, or Niggle on his drive back through, putting Rossi under plenty of pressure. Big slide from Rossi there, well held, and he made the corner. Well done, Rossi. That was brilliant driving. He had a massive slide. Niggle having a look up the inside. Not quite close enough to make a move, but he was definitely looking. I think you can see on the track map at the top right hand side as well, you can see that That's Life is getting onto the back of Declan now. possibly after this corner he's going to give him a good run. But as you see this battle, Rossi goes defensive, telling Nigel, you're going to have to go the long way around, mate. You ain't coming up the inside. Let's see if Nigel obliges with Rossi. Both side by side, both braking. Oh, Rossi just backed out. I think Nigel, has he missed his braking again? No, well done. So good overtake there from Nigel. Rossi decided against leaving it up the inside. You see that possibly Nigel's been catching him now for a couple of laps. Just thought there's no point trying to battle with him and lose any more time. You can see probably Slowpoke and Viking up in front of him. So let's go. I think, yeah, that's life, as we said. Has managed to get past Declan. Now in 13th place. Highest famous set away lap 18. So he possibly might catch Rossi. If there's any crashes, they definitely will. Like Nigel now is past Rossi's, made a nice little bit of a gap on his way towards Slowpoke. Oh, Slowpoke, just as we turn to him then, he's just had a moment on that grass. There's a bit of a dip here. Get too much on that Astro. Yeah, just wants to bring the car around to the left. You see Nigel's just gone past. No damage again. Slowpoke's getting going. And there's Rossi on his way past as well. So that's cost Slowpoke 2 positions, that has. So unlucky there for Slowpoke. That's the problem. You want to be over the red and white curbing, but you get too much of the grass. It just, as you see, pulls the car around to the left. Gives you a big tank slapper on. Let's see if Slowpoke can recoup. Make some ground back up. Slowpoke Racing. As I said, he's a fellow commentator. You can find his stuff on YouTube, obviously under URL. Mark Wilson is a brilliant commentator, helped me out loads, top bloke. So yeah, if you fancy it, go and have a look at his page. He does the Pro League 1, the top league of URL, all the fastest guys and the aliens of our group. He gets the pleasure of commentating on them. I said before as well, find you the other one, Paulie. He is our other commentator. Again, super good commentator, both better than me. And he does, I think it's Pro-Am 2, if I'm correct. But yeah, you'll find him also if you search in URL and Paulie, as you see it on the screen there. And yeah, follow him and watch some of his pre-plays, because I said, a very good commentator. Back to the race. We're plugging commentators. So Gower still in first, Paulie in second, Danny there in third, Method into fourth. He was catching, or there's a little battle going on now. So Nando's in sixth position, under attack. Has he got past Hoggy, or Hoggy chasing him? Or Hoggy with a half-second penalty? I think Nando was catching Hoggy anyway. But that's now giving Sai opportunity to get a good run on Hoggy down the start-finish line. And turn one. Just think about it. No, well done from Sai. He's stuck behind Hoggy now. He's probably seen the half-a-second penalty. You think if he could just stay behind him, he's not losing him any time really. And then when he serves his half-second penalty, he can make a pass without too much problems. Slightly wide for Hoggy, might be enough penalty there. Sometimes he can give you a penalty for that white line, but I think he's done alright. Same as that, a bit under the bridge as well, a bit too wide. It can give you a penalty, half-second penalty. Go back now. Yeah, Sai's got a great run as well, so he'll be able, no problem. Unlucky for Hoggy, he'd had been having a really good race, kept himself clean and out of the way. So just one little bit. As you see there, Hoggy ghosted Sai that close, he could just stay behind him, ghost through him. But that half a second's not a great deal. Sai's gone slightly wide as well, so Hoggy had a very good run out there. He's got perfect opportunity now to attack straight away. Let's go with this camera, shall we, inside the car. So he doesn't want to get the slipstream straight away because you've got nowhere to go. So side pulled across, but not quite enough. Let's get outside the car now. Now they're coming down to it side by side. 100 board, both of them braked exactly at the same time. Down to first gear for Hoggy. That's it. Just not parked it on the apex, but slowed it down. Gives Si no opportunity to get any run on him coming out of that corner. But coming back up the hill, through the little S's, up underneath the first little bridge. First tunnel, should I say, sorry. So good move back there by Hoggy. Best time to attack after you've been overtaken is literally the straightaway. The next corner is the best time to attack and try and regain your position, which Hoggy done there after a penalty. We'll see Nando now on his own, lonesome a little bit. Is there anything? Top three, I think, is still fairly at it this time round. I'm going to stay with these two now, actually, because Si's having to go back. To move to the inside, he's not quite close enough, just filling up Hoggy's mirrors with his Valhalla Vikings red Lambo. Then just saying, Hoggy, I'm here, can't let any pressure off now. Si right up behind him, nowhere really to go. This is where I said you don't want the slipstreams too early, because you gain the back of the car and you've got nowhere to go. So this time though, Hoggy goes right over to the left, Si to the right. We saw lap before they break at the same time. Probably should have that nicely defended again. See, looks, I know Si's hitting, but he's got nowhere to go. You know, he can't get up past him. Hoggy's taken the inside line, taken all of the track and the racing line. Just slowed it down enough that Si can't then get a momentum or get the switch back on him. So brilliant racing there from Hoggy. And that's done. Let's give him a little bit of a breather to Si now. So good couple of corners from Hoggy. And he should be our way. We'll see what happens with the slipstream. Going really well. Yeah, so that should be Hoggy away. Let's go back. Oh, yeah, so Vikings 9th. Niggle in 10th. Slowpoke 11th. Got Rossi. That's Life has caught up to these others in 11th and 12th now, caught up to sort of the back of the pack. So he's on full attack mode. Not quite close enough. Slowpoke, great break in there. I think it looks like he's changed his livery, if I think correct as well. Yeah, slightly changed his livery. Oh no, half a second penalty for Slowpoke. I think possibly either on the exit of that corner then. He's just got himself a little half second penalty. It's unfortunate, it's going to put him behind That's Life now. But no one's making any moves. Or That's Life thinks about it. Or he just tucked himself up. Well read there from Rossi though. Brilliant driving. Just he sees That's Life make the move. He wasn't going to take the inside, but Rossi's just given him enough room to take that bit of the rear quarter of his car and then just drive out of the corner. You know, brilliant awareness there from Rossi. As we watch them leave now, Rossi's right on the back of Slowpoke again. So he's going to maybe need this as we come down to turn 13 maybe. Should maybe find out. Oh, a little bit sideways, but Rossi's going to do it. That's Life also. Oh, careful, lads. That was unlucky there, and I think that was a big coming together. I'm not sure what happened. I think That's Life didn't have anywhere to go. Let's watch there. So both get a bit of a tank slapper on. That's Life's gone for the move and had nowhere to go. Oh. Then he's tried to slow down for Rossi as well. You see his brake lights come back on. I think they've just come back together again. I think That's Life maybe didn't know that Rossi was still there. You see him exit left. Maybe he thought that it's gone completely left. Yeah, he slowed down. Oh, so unlucky. Just bad racing incident that is. Nice. It's crap to see that. Sorry, that's life, but bad racing incident. But in all of that, that's given Slowpoke the opportunity just to pull away, get his thing going again. We go back. I can see the front three are close. They've all been kind of edging towards each other this whole race. And the pressure must be mental at the minute. Having Gower's got the pressure of Paulie chasing him down. Paulie's trying to chase Gower down whilst he's got the pressure of Dan chasing him down. I think Method's just dropped off the pack of these. But as you can see, these front three are all oh no, Dan's got a penalty. I can see that. If Dan's going to drop off, that's going to give Paulie a nice little bit of a break. You see Dan's actually well in the slipstream there as well, so he'll be a little bit gutted that he's dropped off the back of Paulie. Yeah, so these three coming up to the end of lap 14 now. Paulie's with the fastest lap, 1:27.12. You can see though, Gower's all in the 27s. His last lap was a little bit slower. Absolutely revving the nuts off the Lambo there. Changed into 6th gear just before he then brakes down to 2nd. Stays out in 2nd gear, revving it again. Always missed the gear there. Far too much into the rev limiter. Down to 3rd. Little click down to 2nd. Nice close round the corner. Up to 3rd. Back to 2nd again, just slowing the car down, trying to get it turned round that bridge. Can't put the power on too early, otherwise it just drifts out wide. Go 4th down to 3rd. Stays at 3rd, down to 2nd gear. Catches the apex, just slightly wide of the apex, but a good exit. See the traction control light just flick on as he went over the curb. Down through the 1st tunnel, into the 2nd tunnel. Then they go all the way down to 1st. Really good apex there from Gower. You see him come back down the hill. As I said before when I got confused, these are actually classed as turns, so that's turn 17, that's turn 18 on this track. Gower has gone defensive, as you can see now, so Paulie is close enough behind. Paulie at 26.9, what a super lap time that is. Gower's gone wide as well. Maybe the pressure, he's had a look at that lap time as it flashed up on his screen. He's panicked a little bit. He might have to have a courtesy wipe later, as he's seen that Duracell bunny car just behind him, set in purples. He's well within the slipstream now. Let's quickly go back and see before this race ends. So Method's still doing really well in 4th on his own. Nando in 5th, Brownie 6th, Cyan 7th, Hoggy on the chase in 8th. Niggle just behind these two. Hoggy's got past Niggle now. And then Rossi's also got past Slowpoke. Viking there in 12th, Declan 13th, and unfortunately that's life, as we see earlier, back to the back again. Let's watch these two boys. Paul's close. He's not going for the slipstream. Maybe he wants to just look at where he's going. I know it's difficult depending on what camera view you drive with. Sometimes when a car's in front of you, you can't quite see your braking points, depending on what you use off to the left or the right. I think that's what happened to Nigel earlier on. He's probably in a position he's not used to being, is in like, you practice the driving line, you don't as such practice braking early or braking in the middle of the circuit. And that's maybe why he's just unsighted from his braking position, or braking point. Last lap now. Gower still in 1st, being chased down by Paulie. Down after his penalty, he's not quite caught back up on these two. They're sprinting away. We see, obviously, Paulie did set the fastest lap on the previous. Good section through here for Paul and Gower. See, it's a good run out of this corner. It's what you need now. Last lap. He's out. Oh, Paulie might have got a half-second penalty. That was close. He tried to get. Oh no! He's going to get a second, so he needs to be a second in front of Dan. Oh, gutted, Paulie. Unlucky. He was pushing so hard to get a good run out of that corner. Unfortunately, it's cost him there. It could have cost him a position now. But as we're seeing, our big tail slide as well from Paulie. So Gower there in first position, out in front, managed pressure, and again, he is for another week. He is race one winner. Paulie in second, Dan in third. Well done, them top three. Really good race. Method coming home in fourth. Good point scoring again. Method just plogs along. Well done, Nando. Qualified P5, finished in P5. Congratulations. Well done. Cy in sixth, Hoggy in seventh. And we get to these. Brownie in eighth there. Niggle finishing in ninth. Good result again for these as well, Brownie. Great result, mate. Oh, it's close. It's going to be close to the line here. Oh, just Rossi Slowpoke Viking. Really close finish to that race. Well done, lads. And as we come up, final two, as I said, Declan started to get very good consistency, which is great to see. And then, unfortunately, yeah, that's life. Just didn't have the rubber green, I think, today, unfortunately. But someone who has had the rubber green recently, Mr. Gower, again, as I said, great race, great winner. He didn't start on pole, did he? But so he had to battle for it the first couple of laps. But as I keep saying, he gets out in front, gets a little seconds gap, and then just heads for it. Paulie, maybe so he does finish in second. Oh, so maybe Dan finished further behind than I thought. I thought he was a lot closer than that, but no, it shows there on the finished results. Paulie there in second, Dan in third. Good results for these. Gower and Paulie again scored some good points, and that will benefit them in the table against those around them. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you'll join us for race 2, and see you there.